Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11, we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
That's right. It's November 13th. We have our first practice report from yesterday. I also watched the interviews of the players and the coaches. But today is my little brother's birthday. So happy 44th birthday, Adam. Adam Baldrick, Navy Chief Warrant Officer, Class 2. Will Bogle, good to see you, brother. That being said, we didn't hear that Hassanin was cleared to come back on week 7 because of NFL rules with them being medically waived. They had to wait 4 weeks to be able to bring him back to the team. He was medically cleared in week 7. So that way he wasn't listed on the injury report. He just came back to the facility, worked out with strength and training staff, getting ready to be able to practice on the field. And he's on the field now. His agent told him during that time, all 31 teams called him, yet he chose to stay a Lion for picking him. That's loyalty. This is the injury report. As you can see, he's not listed on there. Do you know why? He signed to the practice squad as the 17th player due to the international international pathway player. Good afternoon. We got Will Bogle. We got Paul Jones and Fred Peterson. Hutchison said, "Oh, it's listed as an upper body. I don't even know what it is. You had to see it." So that it was a day off for him. Kirby is still dealing with the knee injury. Laporta was a setback, but it's not horrible. He'll be back. Panay Sewell is just resting. Baki was resting. Brock Wright was resting. Everybody but Kirby Joseph and Terrion Arnold that had no practice. They're the only ones I'm worried about right now. All the rest of them, they all came back. And Malcolm Rodriguez was a full participant. Ricky and Steve, good to see you, brother. Yeah, we're going to hear that a lot today. I got that charged. So what do you think about that? A lot of resting players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with no practice. 6 were resting. And thanks to Ricky, I just saw that this weekend's game, you can get tickets for $6 to the Browns game. $6. But I do remember 2 years ago when the Panthers were down to $4 because they were so awful. Remember that? So, Omnipo, good to see you. And again, there's a lot of resting players out of this. 5 of the 7 are resting. Terrion Arnold dealt because he's on concussion protocol. And Kirby Joseph due to his knee. Everybody else was a rest day. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we talked about it that Wednesday on the show. That song is the shit. You know it, brother. As soon as I see Jim Jackson pop in, I'll play it again. As far as personally, there is going to be a show change starting next week. If you're watching on the Huddle Sports Network and you as I get closer to monetization, I have to start thinking of myself. Yes, he is. Fraser, Pascal, Davenport, all limited practice this week. Everybody's getting healthy at the right time. DJ Reed, limited practice. He said he feels great. He thinks he can be back on the field this weekend, but if the staff says he's not ready to go, he won't. And he said the way that secondary, the backups have played while he's been out, he goes, other than the losses, it's been amazing. And he's been proud of them. And it's just going to make them better for later on when they have to rotate people out when they're tired. Word. Yes. Buddy Quinquito. Yeah, that's right. Live every day at noon. That's what we do. We talk Lions football. Um, there's not much else out there to talk about, but Aiden Hutchinson also said he's feeling great. He just needed it, and he plans on playing. DJ Reed wants to play, but they have to put him back on the active roster first, which means they have to drop somebody. And Hassanin might be a call up this week, guys. He looks good. He looks ready. Bo, my friend, how are you? It is going great. The Lions are getting healthier at the right time instead of falling apart, which is great. That injury report is misleading because 5 of the 7 players that did not practice were actually rest days. So take it with what it is. Taylor's been dealing with that shoulder all season. If he's limited in practice today, he'll be playing this weekend. He goes, I feel great. Yes, they are still in first place in the Eastern Conference. They are having a year. That Cade Duran and Ivy connection. It's amazing. But guess what? It was backups last night. It was a rest day for the starters. And they came out firing. At one point, it was 16-4 to start the first quarter. I was like, what the heck is going on here? Pistons are looking good. They're atop their division. Red Wings, they're playing well. Lions overtake the division. It, it's all coming up Detroit this year. Tigers look good. We need to just go ahead and pay Kiri. Wow, yeah, I saw that. It was awful. I don't expect the Cards to win at all. Two great games back to back for Sunday night. Yes. Oh yeah, they got hammered with sanctions. Let me look that up. Michigan State got hit hard. Is that it? No. Where's that at? I've got it in one of my chats. Let me find it. Ah, yes. The Michigan State football program violated recruiting rules, and Mel Tucker violated head coach responsibility rules and failed to monitor the program. 3-year probation, 30,000 fine plus 1.5% of the football budget. Show cause for various staff members, recruiting restrictions, vacated team wins in which ineligible student athletes competed. Yeah, and also it's supposed to be warm this weekend. Like today, it's already 47. Everything hits from Philadelphia east a day later than it hits here. It's going to be 47 today, 51 tomorrow, 61 on Saturday. That means we're going to be playing at least in 40-degree weather at game time Sunday night, possibly 50. It's huge. I guarantee you the Eagles seats are not $4 a piece or $6 a piece like the Cleveland Browns. Oh, Brent! Long time no see, brother. Yes, they were up 16-4 in the first quarter, Brent. That's what we were just talking about. Buddy Kinkita brought it up. Yeah, they did an amazing job. That's because of the overtime game the night before versus the 76ers, where we had to go into overtime. Yes, Brent. That's my buddy Harpozo, I believe. Harpozo. Harpozo. I can't remember if I say it right. I don't see his name. Hey, I'm getting a lot of my longtime viewers back. I've got some new ones. Omnipo B, he's been here like the last month or so, and it's good to see new people actually talking to me and asking questions. But Hassanine's healthy. The fact he wasn't on the injury report means he was a full go at practice. He's so happy to be back. I watched his interview. And like I said, his agent said during that 4 weeks after he was medically cleared to come back to the team, but he had to wait 4 weeks to be signed, he was contacted by all 31 other teams and told his agent to say no because the Lions chose him in the draft and he's going to stay loyal because he wants to be a Lion. Yes, I am. I'd never do that to you, brother. And look at that. Here we are, week 11 after losing week 1. And where are we? Right back at Kings of the North. Isn't that funny? Something I said. Breathe, relax. We'll get there. 57 people watching at 13 minutes in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like, whatever platform you're on. Unfortunately, the Huddle Sports app isn't working, but I put it up. It's a StreamYard issue. It is not an app issue. We're trying to get that issue resolved. I don't know what it is, but that is on the Huddle Sports Network, not my end. But I am live into Huddle Sports on Facebook, my page on Facebook, my page on YouTube. Yes, sir. Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. Yes, I still work there. I'll eventually bring up the photo again. I got it somewhere. Let me see if I know how much you guys love that van, so I'm gonna have to do it. Oh well, it's not there. Can't find it. I've been hearing so much how Cream Cheese Bay and the Beagles suck. Some say good defense, some say bad coaching. A little bit of everything. Um, who plays tonight? It is the New York Jets versus the New England Patriots in New England in Foxborough. And it's supposed to be 28 degrees, cold and windy. Vikes, Bears can't stand either of those teams. Guess Mini, they are further down in the division. Mini is in last place. I believe they're 4-5. At 5-4-1 now, or five, yeah, 5-4-1. You had the Packers at 6-3. You have the Lions and Bears. This this whole division outside of number one flipped from last season. Hey, 5-3-1. Excuse me on the. No, I'm right. 5-4-1. Right. Oh, we're 6-3. Chicago 6-3. Green Bay's 5-3-1, and the Minnesota Vikings are 5-4-5. But they're 2-0 in the division. Who'd have thought the last place team would be 2-0? I think the Jaguars in that really, really bad year when they got to pick Trevion Henderson at one, they had. Yes, they are. They have to play 4 divisional games coming up in the last 8 weeks. So half of their games is against this division that plays very hard, starting with Sunday versus the Vikings in Minnesota. They couldn't beat them in their own house, and their defense didn't get that much better. They have Green Bay has tough games too. They still have 5 games in the division to go. They haven't played any divisional opponent. Not one yet. Let's look at that schedule right now. I don't think they play a divisional game this week either. Yeah, Green Bay's at the New York Giants. It's next week when they play their first divisional game, I believe. Yeah, Vikings go to Green Bay next week in week 12. The Bears play the Steelers. We play the Giants at home. Oh God, the toilet bowl game of the week is there though. Cleveland Browns at Las Vegas Raiders. Pack playing us, and it's on me week 13 on Thanksgiving is when they play us again. They play us at 1 o'clock. Then at 4:30, it's Chiefs at Cowboys, and then the night game is going to be the Bungles at the Ravens for for Thanksgiving on the 27th. We got 2 weeks, and then our Thursday streak starts. It's been a little bit of smoke and mirrors with them. They've had to have a couple late back comebacks to win, and to have to do a late comeback versus the Chiefs or the Giants just to win, that was awful. I had somebody on another show with the Chiefs in their top 5 for power rankings when they're not even in the playoffs. The season ended today. The Chiefs aren't in because they're 5-4. They're like the 9th or 10th seed. So I don't know what that guy was smoking. But again, here's our injury report. And remember, the only ones that will not play right now is Terrion Arnold and Kirby Joseph, as far as I know. Everybody else was a rest day. But Marcus Davenport, Miles Frazier, Graham Glasgow, Pat O'Connor, Josh Pascal, Jacob Sailors, DJ Reed, all limited, but are ready to. They say they're ready to play. And Malcolm Rodriguez was a full practice, so I have the feeling he'll be activated shortly. If he was, that had already happened. Yeah, I think they're saving him for the Packers on Thanksgiving. I know, and it's a possibility because they go to Denver this week. But look, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 5 of them are just resting. Kirby Joseph and Terrion Arnold are the only ones that might not play. And it really depends if Terrion passes concussion protocol tonight. So that's the biggest thing I see. And of course, you got your NFC Offensive Player of the Year in Jahmyr Gibbs. Of the week, I mean, excuse me, not year. He should be the Offensive Player of the Year if he keeps playing the way he is. Yes, Broski comes in every week, Brent. He's actually been on the show a couple times every week. I love it when he comes in. He usually comes in when I. But Broski has good takes. You know, we have good football talk. He knows a little bit more about the college side than I do. Uh, and as a matter of fact, guess what? He just showed up. I'll get him on the stage in just a second. Let me change the format. Broski!
Just call my name and I'll be there. How you doing, JB?
Fantastic. You saw that injury report I had up, right?
Yes, sir.
And most of it's guys coming back off of injury and limited practice, except for Malcolm Rodriguez that was a full practice, and 5 guys that were resting, and 2 guys that pretty much won't play up unless Terrion Arnold passes his concussion protocol at 4 p.m.
Is DJ Reed on there? Is he supposed to be back this week, JB?
He was activated. He's in his 21-day activation window, and he said he feels great in the interview yesterday. Yes, he's the bottom one in limited there, DJ Reed.
Okay. Yeah, that was the one I read it, but I didn't notice if he was on it for some reason. Yeah, man. I mean, that's huge getting him back.
What's the winning game plan? We have to kind of attack them on the outside with the run game the same way we did Washington, because that's the only place where runs break against Philly. If you look at the games where they've given up big yards, it's been on the outside. Through the middle, they're so stout because they have Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter there. So I expect that our interior O-line may struggle a little bit with them. But at the same time, we did good. And our communication with the O-line looked so much better with Dan Campbell calling the plays. And it looks like we may have Miles Frazier back to take over for Mahogany this week. And I think that's huge that our rookie is coming back healthy.
No, I hear that, man. One thing that's cool about this game is I know Jonathan Taylor's having a great season, and there's a couple other running backs like Tyliek Williams and stuff like that having really good years. I feel these are the best 2 running backs in the NFL, and Saquon Barkley and Jahmyr Gibbs.
And you know what's crazy is Barkley because of their interior O-line issues, is not having as good of a year as he did last year. Have you seen that comparison that I have for the stats?
Yeah, no, I definitely have, and I know Eagles' numbers offensively are much lower than what they were this time last year.
And I
Yeah,
think
man,
that
should
has
be.
to do with the new coordinator and the lack of continuity on that O-line because they changed O-line coaches. And that's huge, because you're changing your blocking scheme when you change an O-line coach.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot more. People underrate like when you lose an OC or defensive coordinator, man. There's an adjustment period that sometimes takes about half a season.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
and it's kind of like I said there'd be growing pains, and I said it wouldn't be as bad as people think. Everybody said our O-line was going to go to bottom of the division. It hasn't, except that pressure rate, which, and in all actuality, last year one of the worst pressure rates was Washington and Chicago. I think they were only separated by 2%, with Washington being worse, if I remember right. And then right above them was the Texans. What's funny is the pressure rate that's won against your O line is actually improved by 7%, where ours dropped to where it's just above you now.
Yeah, I mean the Bears O line has improved dramatically.
It has over 920 yards total production between receiving and running at this point in the season. Yes, that is actually what you saw in 10 total touchdowns. And
Yep.
we already talked about how elite he's been for his age because I brought that up Monday. I think you popped in
Hmm.
Monday to say good win, but I'll put it up for people that haven't been here. That's as of right now. 40 plus scrimmage touchdowns before turning 24. Barry Sanders leads them all at 47. Randy Moss, a wide receiver, at second with 43. Tied with Emmett Smith at 43. A running back. Jim Brown, another running back, 42. And then Jahmyr Gibbs with 41. And we're only halfway through the season. And he doesn't turn 24 till March 10th. So he has a chance to surpass Barry Sanders. You know what's funny about all four of those guys above him? Even though the one's a wide receiver, they're all gold jacket holders.
Oh yeah.
So Gibbs, as long as he stays healthy, is playing his way to a gold jacket. And
Yeah. I mean,
the numbers are there.
numbers are
Hey,
there.
on
I
the go.
mean, he needs.
I, I'm not going much detail into the Bears. I'm giving them credit where credit's due. They needed to improve their O line, and they have. And the proof is in their running game and the way the passing game's working this year with Ben Johnson.
Yeah, Omnipot wants to know the winning game plan for the Lions to beat the Eagles.
It's going to be
I,
establish that run. It's establish that run, 100%. Because if you don't establish
yeah,
the run, that creates pressure for Goff because then they start stacking the box on passing down.
and I'm not sure if I brought this up on your show the other day or not, but I really feel like in order for the Lions to win, they're going to have to not turn the ball over, and they're actually going to have to create a takeaway. I just think that's going to be big. Like, don't turn it over, but actually create a turnover. Win that battle as well. I think that's going to be key to this game.
Oh yeah, the turnover thing, it doesn't matter. Does yardage and touchdowns count at the end of the year in the playoffs? This is only for the regular season. They do not count playoff totals in there. But that's just regular season totals, and that's receiving and running combined. And what's funny is there's a few people active that aren't that much higher. I know I'm just upset that hey, give him credit where credit's due. He's been a. I said when the hire happened that you might see Aaron Glenn be a better coach than Ben Johnson. We haven't seen that, and I admit when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Have I not always admitted when I've been wrong, Oprowski? I've held
No, you're
myself
definitely good
accountable.
about that. And I gotta say, like, I like Ben Johnson more than I thought I would. I wasn't too big on the hiring. One of the few Bears fans who wasn't, but really warming up to the guy. And you know what? Like the more I see him, see how he is, see how he calls the game, see how he is in the locker room after, he really does remind me of a young John Gruden. Slight serial killer vibes, very intense. You can tell he loves what he does. And fired up, man. Just yeah, he's they're buying into him too right now, so it's a good thing to see. But yeah, man, at least AG, at least the Jets have won two in a row. They're gonna play the Patriots tough tonight. I have a feeling. But yeah, man. So what other matchups, Lions versus Eagles, like player matchups, are you like looking forward to seeing how who wins? Like I know like Amon Ra is gonna be matched up against the Eagles nickelback a lot. The what's his face, the white kid from Iowa.
Yeah, I thought
That should be.
Kyle they don't have Slay anymore. I think he's playing CB2, and Quinyon Mitchell is the one now.
Yeah, I'm curious to see because I don't know. I think he's gonna be playing nickel, but we'll see. But either way, I mean, hey, Mitchell. I guess he'll be on JMO a lot.
That's who he should be on, but that depends.
Yeah.
Cooper isn't a slouch for speed like some people thought. If you remember right, he was coming off of an illness when he ran the first 40 time, and when he ran at his pro day, he was 0.2 of a second faster. So it's not like either one of them slow. They can throw either one of them on him, but neither one of them are as fast as JMO. And I
Yeah,
love
man.
the fact that Dan Campbell actually incorporated him into the game plan last week. Actually made him a focal point.
Well, another factor is, and we won't know until that day, obviously, but the weather. We'll see if they get any weather out there.
It's supposed to be like almost 60 degrees on Sunday in Philly.
Yeah, I mean, I'll believe that when it's actually Sunday. But
Well,
yeah, man.
it's either him or Tyreek Hill when he's healthy. But Tyreek Hill isn't healthy right now, so you'd have to say it's him or Devontae Smith actually at this point. Jalen Waddle isn't far behind him either.
Yeah,
You
I was just
agree
gonna
with
say
that
Waddle's
assessment?
fast as tough. Yeah, Waddle's a burner, man.
And I think the other one is Xavier Worthy. Somebody we heard about before. Of course, I remember somebody that ran a fast 40 time like Xavier Worthy. The one that was like one hundredth of a second slower. He didn't pan out for the Bengals. Remember him, John Ross?
I was just gonna
What?
say Ross, man. Yeah.
And other than that, for those 4.2 times, you're limited as to official times because when Deion Sanders ran, it wasn't considered an official time because everybody had the old style stopwatches instead of those ones where they
Oh,
got the laser reader.
oh yeah, but like Bo Jackson supposedly ran like a 4-1.
Right. But
Yeah.
Deion said he ran faster technically, and I don't believe it. I think he was a 4.28, 4.27 guy.
Like that Hyatt kid out of Tennessee that the Giants drafted. He was really fast too. I think he was like
Yeah,
a 4.25 guy or
4.32.
something.
I thought he was 4.32. I think
Yeah, okay,
his is the official time. The unofficial time said 4.27, but his
got it.
official time was lowered to a 4.32. Because they got to
But
go back and review and look at the laser tape. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, I hear you. He was a burner who never panned out. But go figure, he played at Tennessee.
I swear he looked like the illegitimate kid of Chief Frogthroat and Kermit the Frog.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he does. I expect to see a big ground game tonight with the wind gusting over 20 miles an hour in Foxborough. I don't see where either. Well, it's not like anybody expects Justin Fields to be able to throw the ball much, anyways, because
Yeah, he can't throw the ball when it's nice out. Did you mention Travion Henderson's out tonight?
Oh, he's not out. No, Ramondre Stevenson's out. Travion Henderson is starting.
Okay, so he's going to get fed tonight. Okay.
Yeah, he's going to feast because the
Yeah,
Jets
and like I,
defense has not been great against the run. They got a little better, but they played the Browns, who don't have an O-line, and Quinshon Judkins, who's good but can't do it all himself.
got it. Yeah, and like I was saying on the show earlier, I feel Drake May running the football could be happening tonight. You know, they might call some design runs for him.
I think you're going to see over 200 yards rushing by both teams if possible, because nobody's going to be able to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Unless it's a screen or a slant or a crossing route.
Yeah, this could be one of those, you know, we had 10-7 games last week. I mean, hey, we might be
Let's go for a third.
What are
Let's
the
go
odds
for a
back
third.
to back Thursday night games 10-7, JB?
That'd be funny. It would be funny. LOL, he can't throw when it's nice out. Justin Fields might have a little bit of advantage if no one can throw.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jets.
The next Derrick Henry. That's what I call Fields.
If it's against the point spread, I think the Jets win that, but I think New England wins the game.
Yeah, and that's the same thing with the Giants. When that line came out, they were at home getting 8.5. When that came out, I'm like, dude, I'll take the Giants with the points and the Packers win. But like, my goodness, that game's. I got a feeling that game's going to be a slugfest as well. That's going to be an upset alert right there.
Yeah, because of their center being hurt and Sean Ryan going to play, and nobody likes him.
Yeah, no,
that's an issue. That's
the big time issue.
It's why Josh Jacobs hasn't really got going this year. Is that interior O line that's been hurt all year?
Yeah, and after seeing the Giants, you know, actually sitting down and watching them for a full game, like their D line does get after it, man. They do, they really do. They can cause a problem, even if you have a good O line. So, which the Packers don't.
They're 2-7. They're 2-7, but they're home, and they have a rabid fan base that if anything goes right, Packers fans will be drowned out.
And Brent, the Giants did beat the Chargers and the Eagles this season.
Yeah, and they beat two of the best teams in the league, if you think about it. Yeah, that was, but they don't have Cam Scatterbo. They still have what is it? Tyler Lacey, isn't that the other running back?
Oh yes, yep.
Who was great his rookie year, but he was no Cam Scatterbo. I think they can win. I have to see it. I have to see them keep finishing close games until I see it consistently. It hasn't been consistent because beginning of the season, your close games you were losing. Now you're winning them. I want to see it keep going. Does that make sense? How I
Tracy and what's his face? Go ahead, JB.
For your Bears, because they asked. You guys started out losing close games in the beginning because your defense wasn't holding it.
Yes, we do. No, they still aren't.
Right.
Are
teams playing down to the level? Or are they better than that? Defense is better than everybody thinks. That defense is legit, but the problem is the offense has been so inconsistent that they get gassed. And that's why the Giants lose in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and I was going to say their other running back is Devin Singletary. So they have Tracy and Singletary. That's their 1-2 punch. And I think they said Dart's out in Jameis Winston starting, but I'm not sure if that's actually official yet.
They said if Dart is out, Jameis is starting, period.
Yeah, meaning Dart still has a chance to play.
Right. It'll depend on your game's at 1:00, right?
Correct.
So it'll depend on today's concussion protocol test at 4 p.m. If that injury report and he's still on there as out, not questionable, guess what? he's out. Because that's what the questionable's debating on, is if he passes concussion protocol. I personally think they should sit him and let Jameis play anyway.
Lions and Eagles, is that 4:30?
No, it's Sunday night game at 8:30.
Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, that fucking sucks, though, man. I hate staying up on Sundays to watch games.
I don't mind it, but I don't work Mondays.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's rough Monday mornings.
I doubt Davenport is playing because he just hit his 21-day activation window. He just started practicing this week. He says he's feeling better, but in all actuality, I doubt he's playing. And if he does, he'll be rotational at best. I am interested to see if we call up Ahmad Hassanin and use him this game, because the performance of AQM last week leaves me with a bad taste in my mouth. And it wasn't because he was awful.
Yeah. I see Bill T ask. Yeah. Bill T. Yeah. I mean, I think the Bears can win Sunday. They kind of owe the Vikings a little payback from that Week 1 game. So, the Bears defense is not good. Like, they create turnovers, but that's like literally the only way they've been stopping anyone. So, if I'm the Vikings,
aren't they one of the last in sacks in the league right now and pressure rate?
Oh yeah, and if I'm the Vikings, like, I'm using Aaron Jones and Mason, I'm just running right at them, and just doing that until the Bears show they can stop it, and then you're going to sprinkle in your deep shots downfield with Jefferson and freaking Addison and Naylor and those guys. It's like, it's going to be a challenge for the Bears. But yeah, they can definitely win. It's not like the Vikings are world beaters or that great. I mean, the Bears aren't either, but it's a pretty even matchup when you look at it, I feel like, overall.
Yeah. Are there any JJ Spidey's still out, right?
Oh God. Yeah, I mean, dude, Bears had so many injuries this year on defense. It's ridiculous. I can't even keep up. I mean, Jalen Johnson's still out. Gordon might still be out. I know Brisker has a back issue right now. Not sure if he's going to play. Their starting defensive end Dio's out for the year. TJ Edwards is out for the year, I believe. Grady Jarrett's he might not play. Like, yeah, I mean, there's a lot, man.
Because you were with me that week when it said that TJ Edwards was questionable and he was trending towards playing. We both thought it was too early after the injury he had.
Yeah, then he opted to get surgery.
And he realized while he was practicing that week in limited fashion, ooh, this hurts more than I thought.
Yeah, no, Sweat's healthy.
Yep. Sweat is a vet. So when you see him at limited practice for something, that's because it's just like Taylor Decker. They're just resting him, not allowing him in the full contact drills on 11-on-11. That's what that means.
Exactly. The Bears have been holding a lot of guys out of practice just for rest.
Just like we are. Like I said, we got 5 of our guys that didn't practice that are just out for rest. I mean, Aiden was asked about it specifically. Well, what's your injury? He goes, I don't know. You'll have to read the injury report. That was his answer. I thought that was hilarious. He was like, I don't know. Read the injury report. Don't you love that out of a good player when they say something like that? They have to list something on the injury report for do not practice.
Yeah.
So they just throw something in there. He goes, I think it's upper body. I don't know. Read the injury report.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know what's injury. I don't know.
I'm just resting.
You guys tell me.
I think the Bears can win as long as JJ doesn't have a dominant game as last weekend. I think JJ didn't have a dominant game last weekend. That was 2 weeks ago. Last weekend, he got his ass whooped.
Yeah, and even against the Lions, I mean, they were getting after him. Like, they sacked him a bunch, right?
We sacked him 5 times. I pressured him more. He was able to escape the pocket a few times. Anzalone was in the spy and took a bad angle on his touchdown run. I mean, that really was the difference in the game, that touchdown run and the blocked field goal.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's really what burned the Bears when they played the Vikings the first time was JJ running.
Well, I think it's because Johnny Morton wasn't opening up the playbook to incorporate other players. That's why we didn't see JMO involved. That's why we have seen Tesla disappear. Because the first 3 games, Tesla was 3 for 3 on the catches that went his way. Remember, we were talking about this, Broski, to begin the season. Hey, he looks every bit as good as advertised. And then all of a sudden, Johnny Morton quit using them. It's time for
Johnny Morton's a jackass. Johnny Morton's a jackass. Yeah, he is.
Morton Salt Company. Yeah. Morton Salt Company. Yep. He's back on the table in a salt shaker where he belongs, just being an advisor.
Yep.
Now, did you see my pictures that I put up last night during the NFL Roundtable Talk? Have you seen those, Broski?
No, I did not.
Here's me on Ford
Field.
No,
you showed me that. Yeah, you showed me that the other day. Yeah. You kind of look like Johnny Morton. That's what I said.
There's me being Johnny Morton at the podium.
Well, there you go. Except for you to actually have answers.
Yeah. I wouldn't hide. Oh, look at that. We got Adam in the chat. How you doing, brother? This is Broski Bear, a Chicago fan.
Shout out Adam.
So, if there's and Amon Ra's been having an uncharacteristic year for drops. It's nowhere near like the Green Bay wide receiver drop, but it's more than we're used to seeing him have. And I think that wrist injury 3 weeks ago is bigger than he's let on, and that's what's causing it. I think he's still learning how to catch with that injury because that kid went into the week after Thanksgiving versus Green Bay last year with fever blisters and put up 163 yards without dropping a catch. Remember that, Broski?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Let me get you a link there, brother. You can join me for a few minutes. We're going to have Adam, a Steelers fan, join us. Cool. You down for that, Broski?
Absolutely, man. Fun fact, Broski was actually born in Pittsburgh.
Adam, that link is sent now. Hop on in, brother. He really has. I can't remember ARSB dropping so many balls. He goes, I think the Bears will win with the run game with DeAndre Swift, who looks better. Adam has been on the NFL Roundtable Talk. He runs the Driving to the Top production crew with Big Rich and a few others. Very knowledgeable football fan. He missed last night. Normally he comes on, but he must have been working late. So if you're out there,
I was going to say, Bears and Steelers played 2 weeks.
Yep. Because I've been missing a lot of shows. I've missed some of the new people. Yes, you have. Ralph Williams had surgery on his eye and had a few other issues. And he's been more focused on his own stuff while he can still do it. And I applaud him that he's still in media at all. And so I don't get mad when he says, hey, I can't do it this week. I'm just like, okay, get well. See you soon, brother. You know, that's the way you are. This is a community here. Broski and I may have bumped heads a few times in other chats of other shows, but we've never bumped heads on mine because we kind of agree with each other on most things.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everyone I know that talks football. I mean, you're going to go back and forth with them from time to time. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just the nature of how it is. But yeah, JB, I mean, we get along talking football because, we're both knowledgeable. Well, we both know history of the game.
Let me get that changed so you're on. Adam from Driving to the Top Productions. How you doing, brother?
Well, I'm going to say guys cannot have kids.
Guys cannot have kids.
Fuck. This kidney stone is doing a lot more damage than ever
Oh,
to me.
I can imagine. I've
Mm.
heard that it's the closest thing that a man will feel to labor.
Yeah, well, I'll
Oh
let you
gosh.
know when it passes. Jesus. They say it's starting the final stretch, and I'm like, this sucks. What's up,
Oh
Brent?
yeah.
How you doing?
Well, think about it. Most
Good,
kidney
man. How you
stones
doing?
that are able to make it
Good.
out without surgery are the size of a pea or smaller, and they say
Yeah,
that's the closest that a man will have to the feeling of labor, and we think we're dying.
they said it's at 4 millimeters yesterday at the hospital. That's why I wasn't on any shows yesterday, or Jeremy.
Okay. I wondered what happened. You didn't get back with me. I didn't care because I've told you if you can show up, show up. I'll send you the link.
Right. Yeah, I got home. They gave me some medication, and Mike Tomlin getting ready for the big game. That's what happened.
Uh,
Mike
He's a horror.
Tomlin is a lot like Bo Nix at quarterback, and I'm going to say this: when Josh Allen's good, he's very good, right?
Right.
And when a quarterback is bad, they're closer to Josh Rosen. Would you agree?
Yeah.
When
Damn,
they're really
JB.
bad.
Josh Rosen.
So Bo
That's pretty
Nix has a
bad.
coin at Bo Nix has a coin at home, and it says good, and it shows a face of Josh Allen on the Josh Allen. On the other side, it says
Josh
bad, and
Rosen.
it has a picture of Josh Rosen, and he flips it to decide what quarterback
Jeez.
he's going to be that week.
Look, Mike Tomlin's had his time in Pittsburgh. It's just an end of a relationship, and if you follow my Twitter, guys, you guys know I post every freaking day almost. Like, not me, I just read what other people type because most of my people that follow me know how he should have been let go after the 2016 playoff loss to Jacksonville. That was miserable. He's under 500 in the playoffs. He's also, as we know, Thursday night he doesn't show up. He has 2 wins in every game that he's been on, I believe. I don't know. It's just a stale relationship. It's gone bad.
Isn't his contract up after this season? Or not?
I think they extended it. I don't.
Next
Did
year
they?
is the last
Yeah.
year. He's in the second year of that extension right now.
So I think
Okay.
Omar Khan is just kind of letting Tomlin pull all the strings right now, and if his strings don't work, I think Khan's going to have a reason to really let him go at the end of the year, especially if we don't make playoffs. I mean, we're watching a collapse. Like,
Yeah, man. I
Adam,
agree with that
let me
because
hear you.
it's like they're giving him a chance to do what he has to do to try to save his job. It's like, hey, go ahead. We'll let you pull the strings and go for it, man. But yeah,
I
I
say
don't know
they
if it's
go
gonna work.
yeah, I mean, the
for
only
the
sorry,
de-
Jerm. Sorry, Jerm.
for the defense. I blame Terrell Austin 100% because Mike Tomlin lets them run it. But when the offense and the defense both goes bad, and it kind of did, you have to blame both coaches. Am I right or wrong on that, Adam?
Oh, you're right. You're right. But at the same time, we just need a whole new, like I just said. I think Khan's letting him pull all the strings, and if they don't work, they don't work. We know Howard just got taken off the IR. Are they going to let him go? I mean, Aaron Rodgers is starting to show up like Joe Flacco did in the Cleveland years whenever they went to the playoffs, and all of a sudden everyone saw that old arm finally collapse after 7-8 games. He looked horrible against Houston. He couldn't throw a deep ball. I'm not saying Rodgers can't throw the ball. I'm not going to take that away from him. We watched him throw a 78-yard Hail Mary try at the end of that one game.
The one that DJ dropped.
Right.
And but it's just time.
So we're not live
Yeah.
in Roku. So we actually don't have to stop at 1, but I do have to stop about 1:15 because I do have to work today. So we can keep going. So if you want,
Well,
the only game I didn't put a pick in for this week, we can go through them right now, was the Houston and Tennessee game. Because to me, both teams could tie. I could give a shit less. But tonight
Everyone
is New
said the
Jersey.
Jets were going to pull the upset tonight, right, Jerm?
A lot of people did. If you're going by the point spread, I agree with that. I think New England wins. because their ground game is better than the Jets,
Well,
and they have a better
even
run defense.
is that even with Stevenson out?
Yeah,
Terrell Jennings, is he gonna be able to?
Trevion
Is
Henderson's going.
is Terrell Jennings going to be a nice little fill-in?
He'll be the power back. That's all he'll be. He'll be the third and short guy. Trevion Henderson was amazing. Did you not watch him versus the Bucks last week?
I did. I was just curious because now teams can prepare for one running back. They don't need to prepare for both. That always changes the game plan.
Okay. Washington at Miami. I went with the aggressive aquatic sea mammals because the foreskins have been snipped.
Yeah, it's a tough game, man. That's a tough game. That's a tough one.
It's 9:30 a.m. overseas, and Miami went straight over there. I don't know when Washington got there. So if Miami's less jet lag, they should win. Correct?
I'm thinking. I like Washington in this one.
Okay.
I mean, Miami's coming off that big win, like that big high. I don't know. Like picking games with two terrible teams is always difficult.
It is.
I do have A-Chain though, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of intrigued.
Yep. Green Bay at New York Giants. I picked the Giants because FTP.
Well, you hate Green Bay, so I got it. I think Green Bay rights the ship this week. Jameson throwing interception. Winston is going to show up to this weekend, and
who's going to catch it because their whole secondary hasn't been good at turnovers.
Yeah, I was going to say I still think there's a chance Dart might start this week. And
yeah, if Dart clears protocol, it's all New York. Because let's face it,
I thought he was out for sure. I thought
no, Jameson Winston was named the starter if Jackson Dart can't go.
That's the way see what happens. See what happens when I miss your show last night? I don't get all the updates.
Yeah.
Hey.
So
either way, it's going to be a dogfight.
Yep. And the other thing is for 2 weeks in a row, Micah Parsons has 0 pressures, 0 sacks, 0 QB hits. One was against the Panthers O-line. The other was the Eagles. I expect it versus the Eagles, not the Panthers.
Those were just 2 big letdown games. I mean, it happens. Unfortunately, losses happen.
I'm talking about individual performance by a guy that's considered the most elite pass rusher in the league. He should have at least had a pressure against the Panthers. He didn't have any. LA Chargers at Jacksonville, because Jacksonville's at home. I expect them to win because let's face it, the Chargers got lucky they won the game last week. It was not.
I'm definitely taking the Chargers in that one.
I don't trust them. That O-line is held together with super glue and duct tape, and Joe Alt's not playing again.
Yeah.
Bungles at Steelers. I chose the Bungles because I like Joe Flacco better than Aaron Rodgers.
I think the Bengals take the sweep. Even
wow.
though I do. I just don't. Joe Flacco just has our damn number.
I mean, if in Cincy they always play the Steelers tough. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Steel Crew in this one.
But also Trey Hendrickson's out for the Bungles.
Yeah, I'm going Steelers.
Tampa Bay at Buffalo after Buffalo got spanked by Miami, and Tampa Bay is a good running team. I think they win. They got possibly the rookie of the year on their team in Ibuka.
I like Tampa as well. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think if Tampa's healthy, or relatively healthy, because they've been banged up a lot, I'm definitely going Tampa. They have a better roster. I mean, both sides of the ball.
Houston at Tennessee. It's Davis Mills versus Cam Ward. I don't trust Davis Mills because I've seen sample sizes of him. He'll have a good game and then he goes to absolute dog shit. Yeah, and Bucky Irving's up to questionable instead of out. So, who do you got?
I think today is the final day to know what Bucky Irving does, right? Or did they move it to game time decision?
They can go with the game time decision. They can leave him questionable until Sunday morning.
Oh wait, we're
Houston,
on Cam Ward and David Mills. I'm sorry, Jeremy. I went
yeah,
backwards. Only because I was reading your only because I was reading the comment. Sorry.
yep.
Oh,
Houston at Tennessee. Houston got lucky, and Davis Mills ran one in to beat the Jaguars to end the game. Where are you at on this one? Because I think both defenses are playing decent.
you
I
asking me
mean,
or bro?
CJ Stroud. I'm going CJ Stroud. I'm going with
He's
the
out.
CJ Stroud. Oh, he's
CJ
out?
Stroud is out. He's out.
Well, flip a coin then, man. I still can't just take Tennessee for some reason, even though they're at home.
Well, Davis
Damn.
Mills had his good game. This will be his bad game. That's how he plays for Houston. He plays
Well,
one game where he looks good, and the next game he's dog shit. That's what I've seen.
yeah, I'm gonna have to flip a coin here. Oh, yep. We're sticking with Houston.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm going Houston too, Jeremy.
Okay. Bears at Minnesota. I think the Bears get a revenge game here. They're playing better now at this point of the season than the Minnesota Vikings are. I think they win this game and complete the sweep.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. It's probably gonna come down to another last second field goal or something for either team. But I'm thinking the Bears are gonna get their revenge this game and squeak it out.
Did you fire the guy that missed, or you still got him stay on the field over Moody?
You mean Santos?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good question. I don't know. I think they're going with Santos this week, unfortunately, but it's in that dome, so I mean that helps.
If it's in the dome and it's
Yeah.
Santos versus Reichard, I think Minnesota wins. I'm sorry. If you guys put Jake Moody in, I think you win.
I'm taking Minnesota,
Yeah.
Jeremy.
And women that want more than one child, they are crazy. He said that because of the kidney stone issue.
Right. All right. I saw that. Jeremy, this is one of the weirdest things about how'd you get that thing on the left? How's there two screens?
Oh, that is the Mars layout for on YouTube.
Okay.
That way, if somebody's watching on the phone, they get to see it that way. If they're watching on my side, on the YouTube, like a laptop, it looks like this. Let me take that down. That way you can see. That's what it does.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what that was. Now I know. All right. Back to the. I was just like, wait, what's going on here? Sorry.
Is that a StreamYard thing or a YouTube thing?
That's a StreamYard thing. That way it does both on YouTube.
That's neat.
Yeah, I like it because it just makes it so if somebody's watching on their phone, they don't have to flip it and see the chat. The chat's right there and the whole 9 yards.
I'll have to keep that in mind. Okay. Next game.
Carolina at Atlanta. I think Carolina gets the sweep. I don't trust Atlanta to be good 2 weeks in a row, and Carolina just had their bad game.
I think if Atlanta figures out that number 7 can run the ball, I think Atlanta wins.
But they don't do that.
Yeah, I think the Falcons get revenge here. Even though Penix isn't setting the world on fire, I think Bryce Young is complete dog shit and the worst starting quarterback in the league by far. I'm going with the Falcons in this one.
I took the Panthers.
Plus, the Falcons actually have a much more talented roster both sides of the ball.
I don't know. That defense is playing pretty good for Carolina usually. San Francisco at Arizona. Has anybody taken the Cardinals?
San Francisco and Arizona. Oof. And Jacoby Brissett starting or Kyler Murray?
Doesn't matter. There's no Marvin Harrison Jr.
Right. MHJ is out. James Conner's out for the season, right? Or is he finally back?
Cardio is going to be your starting running back in Arizona. Mm-hmm. Don't ask me his real name. I know that's not pronounced right, but
yeah, I got a feeling that's going to be a close game though.
I don't.
Damn. I gotta go Niners. I gotta go Niners though. They're playing tough.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Are you the same, Adam?
Close game though.
Yeah, I'm taking Niners.
Okay. Seattle at Rams. I know the Rams can win this, but they haven't beat the Seahawks this year, and the Seahawks are undefeated on the road this season.
Well, I think that comes to an end, and the Rams pull this one out.
What about you, Adam?
I'm taking Seattle for sure. And just the Brent's comment right there with the deer on the road. I have a dead deer in my backyard right now. Coyotes got it. This is what happens. This is what happens whenever you're home, Jeremy. You don't have to go to work all the time. You get to find shit in your yard.
Amen. Ain't it great?
No,
Kansas City at Denver. Who you got? I am not taking Kansas City in another game this year.
I am taking Kansas City.
What about you, Broski?
Yeah, I think Denver's luck is going to start running out, and KC's going to start turning it up. I'm going with KC.
Yeah, they tried last year in Denver in Week 18 playing their starters versus Denver's backups and couldn't win. Sean Payton's that good of a coach. That's why I chose Denver.
No.
Baltimore at Cleveland. Has anybody taken Cleveland in another game this year after losing to the Jets?
I saw Malachi Starks got on the injured list today. He's not out yet, but he's on the injured list. I saw that, which that could be another blow to Baltimore's defense.
No, Hamilton back.
But definitely not taking Cleveland.
The 1-star rating system on Monday Night Football versus the Raiders. Who you got?
Taking Dallas.
You're taking Dallas? What about you, Broski?
I'm going Cowgirls.
You're going Cowgirls? I went Raiders because fuck the Cowboys.
I hear you.
Brent, I don't
Too
live.
Bad they have Geno Smith playing quarterback.
And last but not least, you saw the pick, and I'll put why. Let me put it in there. It's Fry Eagles Fry this week. Lions over the Eagles.
This A.J. Brown situation in Philly is kind of a mess.
Yep, and every time he comes out like this, it's not the week he does it that they target him. It's the week after. Jalen Hurts was like, oh, you want to talk shit and say you're not getting targeted? He doesn't even throw him one ball that week. And then the next week he becomes a focal point. And I think that's what's going to happen because he just did this last night on Twitter.
I think we're going to see the Saquon and Jahmyr Gibbs show on Sunday night.
And right now the prediction is it's going to be close to 60 during the day, and the lowest it'll get is 43 at night on Sunday. Which means it's not going to get cold till 3 a.m.
That's fine with me.
Amen.
Well, JB, I'll even give you a score with this one. I'm going Eagles 27, Lions 20.
Okay, what do you got there, Adam? Who are you taking?
This is my coin flip game. Which Eagle team is going to show up? That's the bigger question.
Yeah, with the inconsistent offense or the good offense, because that's what they've been.
And I know the whole Jair Alexander thing that might mess up the secondary a little bit. Jared Goff might have a big game.
Yeah, because now Cooper has to move back outside.
Right. So letting Darius Slay go looks like a horrible decision now.
And he's playing good for you guys, right?
I think he's injured. I think he's injured this week, ain't he?
Yeah. Did he get?
I thought he was. I didn't really look at.
He was playing good, is what I was saying. He wasn't getting interceptions, but he was still making big pass defenses. Is what I was getting at.
It's funny. Like everyone talks about a horrible trade for the Sauce Gardner thing, but Sauce Gardner was 50% block pass or pass deflections, and he only had 3 interceptions, but they don't throw his way. So I think the percentage was really high for the attempts thrown his way on breakup and interceptions.
Well, with Dan Campbell calling the offense, I expect more consistency. I think we only scored less than 20 points. What, once this season? And that was versus the Packers, the Lions, and that was in week 1.
The Lions should put up 35 points every week, Chairman.
If they play like they did last week, they will. And Dan Campbell calling the plays, I don't see why they won't.
Got it.
Our wide receivers are healthy. Nobody's bitching that they don't get the ball. The only people that bitch that somebody doesn't get the ball is fans.
I'd like to see Tesla get more involved on Monday night.
Amen. I agree.
I heard you talking about him earlier or yesterday. Yep. Maybe you were talking about, I don't know if it was yesterday or today. I'm not sure.
I got asked about him earlier today, but probably just before you came in and I sent you the link. I think that's when I got asked. But it's about that.
I feel this thing's fucking moving, and it's a horrible fucking feeling.
The baby's kicking now, huh?
Oh Jesus! I'm gonna try and flush this thing out with hot water, hot tea. I'm gonna try and do everything I can, man.
Cranberry juice.
I drank already a half gallon.
Let me put it this way: if everything goes right, the Lions win 31-24. If everything goes wrong, we lose 30-27.
So, like, I'm going to try and make it through tonight's show with the Fire Up crew, but I'm not putting any guarantee on this one.
If you're too hurt, message me. I get out at 7, okay?
Apple cider. I don't have any apple
of that. Cider, cranberry juice. 100%.
Cranberry juice. I don't have any apple cider, though. No one told me that one till right now. Thanks, Brent.
My mom used to put a teaspoon of apple vinegar in her cranberry juice when she was having issues.
Yeah, I'm just drinking it straight out of the bottle.
You're chugging it.
I did. I got Flomax. Actually, I got Flomax prescribed to me yesterday, so I am taking that. That's just to take that at night. So.
Yeah, because otherwise, he goes, I'm pulling it out of my
what are we pulling out of your
I don't want any then. I don't want any then, Brent. That being said, thank you, Broski. Thank you, Adam, for joining me. I do have to go to work, so I have to get off here. So I got time enough to have a cigarette before I got to drive into work. It has been a pleasure talking with you, gentlemen. Thank you for going through the list of games with me. And try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Much love, everybody.
Absolutely. Thanks, Sherm. At Sports Talking It on Twitter and Driving to the Top Productions. You can get me there. Didn't have time to share all my stuff.
Yeah,
so
no, because I was already live. It did for a very short, useless video.
That's all right. I figured I'd ask. So, but hey, thanks for having me on, Jeremy. And like I said, maybe I'll see you later.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Have a good one.
All righty.
Take care, broski. Have fun down in Charlotte. Go see Will. He's still waiting to meet up with you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Need to link up.
Yep. Have a good one.
All righty, guys.
Later, guys.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.